Hello, hello, hello. All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. Good evening. Tonight, we're going to talk about a penny a day. A lot of times we just take for granted those pennies. How many times you walk by those beautiful pennies on the sidewalk and you're like, I don't need it. It's just a penny. But today we're going to talk about the power of that penny and what that means to you and your financial future. So it's magic, right? A penny has an amazing journey because a penny can become so many things. It can become $1 billion, or it can just stay a penny. So I'm going to ask you this question. And so, whether you're watching live or you're in the chat, I'm going to give you a choice. Would you rather me give you $1 million or a penny doubled every day for 30 days? It is a trick question. It is a trick question. So, that's the thing. Would you rather have $1 million cash today or a penny doubled over 30 days? So here's the deal. I'm going to break it down for you. For those of you who took the $1 million, congratulations. You have $1 million minus taxes. We have to always include minus taxes, right? Now, that's unless you're in one of my programs, you probably won't have to pay tax on it again. But if you're not, you're going to pay tax on it. Before I go too far in my conversation today, I do not want to forget your money manifestation for the week. It is, I will value every penny I receive. I will value every penny I receive. So, with that, let's go. So, a penny is just, it seems like nothing. It seems like we don't want it. When we were growing up, it was a big deal. You used to be able to get penny candy when the ice cream truck came around. I mean, we did in New York. That's what we did. The ice cream truck came. We went, when I got those little penny candies. They lasted for probably a penny, about a second or two. They were sweet, and then it was a wrap. And you always needed like $1 worth of them for it to even matter, right? Pennies didn't matter. You know, some of us grew up in households with our family members. I know my grandfather did. He kept one of those big refillable, those big water jugs that go on the water tanks that you keep on. He kept it full of change. He'd throw all his pennies in there. Now, he was a big spender, so he'd have pennies in there, dollar coins, 50-cent pieces. He'd have everything in there. But as kids, when we would go in there, and of course, we take the change out the jar, we wouldn't take the pennies first. The pennies were the last thing to go. Because why? Because you had to have so many of them from to add up to what you wanted to have. So of course, we take the dollars first, the dollar coins, the 50-cent, then the quarters, then the dimes, then the nickels, and then you're left with these pennies. And it was brutal because you needed 100 of them to make $1, right? And I can remember at one point, me and one of my family members, we went from house to house. All our family members that had those jars, we were just like, hey, can we roll up your coins? And we literally just rolled up the coins. I think we made off with a couple $100 and we split it and went and did what we needed to do. We were trying to do something in the summertime. For whatever reason, we were jobless teenagers in the summer that summer, and we needed money. And so we rolled up those coins, and this is way before coins started. You can just pour it in the machine and pop out a ticket or pop out some cash. But we had to work for that money. So, but again, the question I pose is, would you rather have $1 million today, or would you rather wait 30 days and allow me to double that penny every day for 30 days? Now, if you chose the $1 million, you still got $1 million. But if you chose to allow that penny to double every day, let me take you down the mathematical equation. Of course, I wrote it down so I can say the numbers right. So on day 1, of course, you have 1 penny, right? On day 11, you'd have $10.24. Now you're making some progress. You might be able to at least get a snack with $10.24 on day 11. But we're not taking it out. We're going to double it, right? On day 19, you have $2,621.44. Now we're cooking with gas, aren't we? You see the power of doubling? The same penny that started 18 days before, on day 19, is worth $2,621.44. Now, skip forward to day 25. On day 25, that penny doubled is now worth $167,772.16. Now it's worth over $100,000. Same penny. We didn't change it. We just made the penny have babies. Like we try to have our dollars have babies. We made the pennies have babies, right? And we're by doubling them. Now, on day 30, you could just imagine on day 30, you're going to have 5,368 $709.12. So the person who chose $1 million on day one versus the person who said a penny doubled every day, you lost out on about $4 million. So the thing is, that one penny with the power of compounding became a multi-million-dollar financial tool. And so this is just another way to really get you to understand the power of putting your money into vehicles that are going to allow you uninterrupted compound interest. If you do not have any, if you're scratching your head thinking, how can I get that? Well, that's what I'm here for. That's why I'm educating you so you can know to be looking out for these types of things. The most important thing is the real moral is that the small investments matter. I meet with people all the time and they say, oh, I don't have a lot. Well, it doesn't matter that you don't have a lot. It matters that you take what you do have and start now. Automate it, be consistent, let it grow over time, allow it to gain the interest and the momentum. And those same small investments can become major cash centers for you in the future, but you have to take the time to allow them to grow. And so when I hear folks say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's only $10, it's only $100, it's only $50, it's only $5, it's only $1, I get it in the grand scheme of things, yeah. But when you start adding those small dollars together, it becomes big. Just think about it. You go out to a restaurant and with a couple of friends, and nobody is ordering. We're not ordering a whole bunch of stuff. Everybody orders one drink. Each drink is maybe $5, $6, well, nowadays $10, $15, right? Order 2 drinks. Next thing you know, you got a $200 bill for you and your friends, because that's how the small numbers add up. And I know that's something that we're all familiar with. And so the thing is to really use that to your benefit. That first time you swipe that credit card, you think, oh, I'm going to swipe, it's only $75. Then you look up and it's a $5,000 balance on that credit card now. And you're wondering, how did I get here? I'm not sure. It was all those small swipes that add up where you couldn't even go back to your statements and figure out what you actually bought. And you may not even be able to look around your house and see the items that are substantial enough to say I bought it, right, on my credit card, and I'm now paying interest on it. And it's something I've talked about before. I really do my best not to swipe my credit card for 3 things: food, fashion, and fun, because I don't want to pay interest. I want to eat my food and I don't have to worry about paying any level of interest on it. I want to pay 1%, 10%, 28%, whatever the banks are charging. I don't want to pay it. Not for food I ate that's no longer here. And then now I'm at the gym trying to work off. I mean, just let's call a spade, right? I don't want to pay for it for clothes. Why? Because, you know, you wear clothes, and don't get me wrong, some of our clothes we buy that are really high end, that are expensive, they're going to last you a long time, especially if you get some really good classic pieces, but you still don't want to pay interest on it, especially if you got it on sale. If you get it on sale and you put it in your credit card and you pay interest on it, you didn't get it on sale. I'm just saying. And then fun. If I've already had the fun and the fun is over and I'm still paying interest on it, what in the world am I doing? Again, no judgment. These are my rules for me. I'm not saying you got to do it. I'm just sharing, right? That's what I'm here for. That's what the little talk is about. We're talking about things we don't always want to talk about. And the reality is, at the end of the day, we're all in a lot of great places and we're making great money. and we're not saving and investing and preparing for our futures enough, because we've created lifestyles that consume almost every dollar that we earn between paychecks. And whether you're paycheck to paycheck, whether if you get paid on Friday and you don't have any money on Sunday, or if you get paid on Tuesday and by Wednesday it's a wrap, or whatever your pay cycle is, or you get paid on the first and by the fifth there's no more money, then we got to start thinking differently about how we're planning and doing things. And a budget in your head is just a disaster waiting to happen. At any rate, today was about the penny, the magnificent power of the penny. And so if you ever see me out and about, which you will see me out and about if you're in the DMV area, or if you're somewhere not in the DMV and you want me to come, just say, hey, Saran, come visit. We're having something. I'll be there. But if I see a penny on the ground, I always pick it up, because I know the power of that one little brown copper penny and how so many of them put together can really be magnificent and have an amazing compound effect. And it goes towards everything that we're doing. So anyway, it's your girl Saran. I'm not normally before you long, but I'm usually trying to give you some good information so that you can use and think about. This year, 2023, I want you to keep in mind that I do live events. I do webinars. I would love to come speak to you, your friends, your family. We can do something small. We can do something big. It doesn't matter. It is about getting the education out and getting us to make bigger, better, stronger decisions with our money so that we can live richer, fuller lives. Have a great day. Peace.